Are you planning to move to Canada but feeling overwhelmed by the different types of visas and permits? Don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about visas for students, workers, and tourists coming to Canada. Stay tuned, because we're about to make your journey to Canada a lot easier. Hi everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Moving to Canada. Today, we're diving into the most frequently asked questions about visas for foreign workers, international students, and tourists. Whether you're looking to work, study, or just visit, understanding the visa and permit process is crucial. Make sure to check out the links in the description for free resources and guides. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest Canadian immigration news and tips for moving and settling in Canada. So, let's get started with a basic yet important question. What's the difference between a visa and a permit? It's a common point of confusion, but understanding the distinction is key to navigating your immigration journey. A work or study permit allows foreign nationals to work or study and live in Canada for the duration of their permit's validity. These permits confer legal status on the holder, dictating what they can do in the country and for how long. Think of it as the permission slip that allows you to engage in specific activities like working or studying while you're in Canada. On the other hand, visas, whether associated with a work permit, study permit, or simply a tourist visa, allow for entry and re-entry to Canada at a port of entry. Visas essentially empower holders to cross the border with proof that they have been granted legal status and are approved to enter or re-enter Canada. These are broadly known as temporary resident visas, or TRVs. If you're from a country that doesn't require a TRV, you'll likely need an electronic travel authorization, or ETA. Now, you might be wondering about the types of work permits available in Canada. Work permits can broadly be broken down into open work permits, also known as OWPs, and closed or labor market impact assessment, LMIA, based work permits. Open work permits allow you to work for any employer in Canada, giving you the flexibility to change jobs or employers without needing a new permit. LMIA-based work permits, however, are tied to a specific employer, meaning you'll need a new permit if you want to change jobs. For students, having a study permit is a must. This permit not only allows you to study in Canada but often includes the ability to work part-time during your studies and full-time during scheduled breaks. This can be a great way to support yourself financially while gaining valuable Canadian work experience. Let's address a common question. Can you pay for your visa or ETA in your country's local currency? Many newcomers can indeed pay for their visas or ETAs in their local currency. To confirm if this applies to your situation, you can use the IRCC's page to see which visa office will process immigration applications from your country of residence. This will give you a better idea of whether you can pay in your local currency, saving you the hassle of currency conversion fees. Another frequent question is whether you should apply for an ETA or visa at the same time as your work or study permit. IRCC advises against this. Instead, your ETA or visa will be issued to successful applicants at the same time as their work or study permit is processed. This streamlines the process and ensures you don't have to go through multiple application steps. If you do require a work or study visa, you'll need to submit your passport to a Canadian visa office to have the document issued. For those who have already obtained their temporary resident visa, the question arises, can you leave Canada and come back? There are two types of temporary resident visas, single entry and multiple entry. If you have a single entry visa, you'll need a new visa to re-enter Canada unless you're traveling to the United States, St. Pierre, and Miquelon, and you return to Canada before the end of your approved stay. The same conditions apply if you're asking to return on an expired visitor visa. On the other hand, a multiple entry visa allows you to leave and return to Canada multiple times within the validity period of the visa, providing greater flexibility for travel. Knowing when your temporary resident status expires is also crucial. For work or study permit holders, check the document to see the expiration date. There may be cases where your visa or ETA expires before your temporary resident status, as indicated on your visitor record or permit. In such cases, you might need to apply for an extension of your visa or renew your ETA. For tourists arriving at a port of entry, a Canada Border Services Agency officer will place a stamp on your passport with a handwritten note or issue a new document indicating your date of entry. If there is no stamp, note, or new document, Your temporary status will expire 6 months from the day you arrive in Canada. And what if you get a new passport, but your valid visa is in your old one? You can still use the visa in your old passport to come to Canada. Just make sure to bring both your old passport, containing the valid visa, and your new valid passport or travel document. While this method is legitimate, it's advisable to obtain a new visa with your valid passport to avoid potential delays at the border. You might also need to explain why your old passport or travel document is no longer valid. As you can see, understanding the nuances of visas and permits is essential for anyone planning to move to Canada. It's not just about knowing the rules, it's about ensuring a smooth and stress-free transition to your new life in Canada. Thank you for watching our video. We hope this information has clarified your doubts about visas and permits for students, workers, and tourists in Canada. Don't forget to check the links in the description for more free resources and guides. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our new content. Stay tuned for more updates and tips on moving and settling in Canada. See you next time.